Bobcats are in the black uniforms with the Kelly green and white trim. And the Bobcats hail from Athens, Ohio, which is over in southeast Ohio, across the state. Both teams are out of the Tri-State Collegiate Hockey League, which is a part of the American Collegiate Hockey Association Division II. Play 20-minute periods in college hockey. We're underway. The puck down in the Bobcat zone at the other end of the rink, and then there's a whistle, and we'll see what we have here. Do we have a puck has popped up over the boards out of play, so we'll have a face-off at the other end. Puck is dropped. And the play down at the other end of the rink, and I'm afraid I'm going to have a hard time seeing the Bobcat players at the other end, as there's an offside, as they have green numbers on black uniforms, and at the other end of the rink, I'm not going to be able to tell who they are. So bear with me on that. Face off just outside the Flyer blue line. We're 1 minute into a scoreless first period. Flyers have it there in the corner. It's kicked out. Bobcats get a shot away. That was off the stick of Filizzetti, and it's wide of the Flyer net and cleared away. Knocking the puck down is Ployce, but it was moved along with a hand pass, and referee Tank Wilkinson will whistle that dead, and we'll have a face-off in the Dayton zone, as it was a Flyer player who moved the puck along with a hand pass. Face off, it is going to be Aiden Ward taking the draw. Bobcats win the face off. Flipping the puck to center is Leon Swiatkowski for the Flyers. Puck dumped back down in the Bobcat zone down the way. Picking the puck up for the Flyers was Mike Mygon. Mygon had the puck roll off his stick, and then there's a whistle. And we're going to have a face-off. We are 2 minutes into the opening period. Puck dumped back behind the Dayton net. It's whistled around to the right wing side. Bobcats take it away momentarily. That was Wilpula. Now a shot just wide of the net. That off the stick of Riley Scanlon of Ohio. Another shot, and Parks, it's off of his trapping mitt. Now, actually, he is able to glove it. And we'll have a stoppage of play. No score. We are 2.5 minutes into the first period. From the draw, in the Dayton zone, puck fought for along the left wing boards. Trying to hold it in for Dayton was Constable, but he's tied up and the puck is cleared. Bobcats in their own end, down yonder, try to start back. Picking the puck up for the Flyers as it was loose is Dolby, Brian Dolby. He's checked. Bobcats coming back into the Dayton zone. Centering pass is broken up, kicked into the corner for Ventura of Ohio, Nick Ventura, leaves it for Pagliali in a shot, and right on, and the save made by Tavian Parks. And that will result in a face-off down in the Dayton zone. From the face-off shot again, right on, and Parks the save. Tavian Parks, 6'2", 190-pound sophomore out of Uniontown, Ohio. And goal for the Dayton Flyers. Matt Zazon for the Ohio Bobcats at the other end. As those two goalies, both undefeated, of course, as are their teams, have at it tonight. Matt Zazon out of Columbus. He's 6'2", 180 pounds, so both goalies 6'2". There's a shot again, and Parks the save. That came off the stick of the Bobcats' Andy Masteller. Face off in the right wing circle of the UD zone. No score with 15:40 left in period one. Bobcats trying to regain possession down in their own end. Pass at center off a stick, picked up by Mygon of Dayton. Hands it off to Clark, Sully Clark, on left wing into the Bobcat zone, drops it off, shot, pad save Zazon, and he'll scoop up the rebound. Heard from Brian Jones saying thanks for trying to get the sound fixed to Jeff. And I'm gonna plumb. Says audio is low. Well, of course, let us know if it's still not going well. There's a shot. Parks the save. They had an open net on the rebound, but Parks keeps it out. Kicks it out with a big skate. Now centered again, right through the goal crease. Bobcats maintain pressure on this end, but now it's taken away for the Flyers by Tommy Rutherford. He'll dump it in. After it for the Flyers, Aiden Ward. He's hip checked away. And the puck comes in and it's out of play, pops over the glass, and we'll have a face-off. So let us know, folks, if about the technical issues. Of course, Jeff is all over it, and as he explained in his message. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So he's aware of the issues, so just bear with us. Okay. On left wing, puck into the Bobcat zone. Now back behind the net. 14:10 to go in the period. Nothing. Now a centering pass actually on goal off the stick of Parks. Centering pass. There's a shot, and Tavian is able to glove that. Waiting there at the top of the crease for the Bobcats was Nicholas Josephiak. He tried to get a tip on that shot, and it's a good thing for the Flyers he didn't. Parks was able to glove that line drive shot. From the draw, another shot, and it's off the side of the cage and over the glass. And we'll do it again. 13:49 to play in period number 1. From the face-off. Picking it up for the Flyers is Jackson Reed. Reed check. Now the Bobcats come back, and that play is offside, however, at the Dayton blue line, as Andy Masteller out of Columbus, Ohio, was picking up the puck, trying to head toward the Dayton net, but it's whistled down. 13:33 to play in period 1. Next Flyer home game, I think, is not until October 25th. So we got a long time before we'll talk to you folks again. Hopefully the Flyers can pull out a win tonight and keep the ball rolling. For Dayton, here is Brett Smith. Brett Smith starts out. Headmans it up to Meichenbaum. He'll swing and dump it in the Bobcat zone. And Ohio sends it right back out. Flyers start back again. Here's Pampina. He'll dump it in and head to the bench on a line change. 12:40 to play in the period. No score. For the Bobcats, trying to send it out was Josefiak to center ice. Now the Cats come back. Big check along the boards by the Flyers, and that was Mike Mygon. Bobcats, center point. Now a pass back to the right point and a shot. And that is off a stick and over the glass. That was taken by Owen Toole, Toole, out of Cleveland, Ohio. Sully Clark will take the draw for Dayton. And the draw is won by the Cats by Xander Danner. Flyers trying to get it out, though. Here is Dolby. Carried it out. And it's dumped into the Bobcat zone. Now we've got a whistle. And we're going to have a face-off down at the other end of the rink. Well, a good start for the Flyers, I would say. We're nearing the midway point of the first period, and it's scoreless. Mentioned how the Bobcats have a couple of big wins already on the road against defending national champion Indiana. That is defending national champion of the ACHA Division II. The Bobcats have yet to play a home game, and that's because their home rink in Athens, Bird Arena, is out of commission right now because of an air conditioning compressor problem. So they don't know if they're even going to be able to have games yet this season. It depends on if they can get their rink repaired. These two teams were supposed to meet in Athens tomorrow night, and that's been postponed. Centering pass by the Bobcats, Wilpula. Holden Wilpula, Wilpula, is broken up and cleared. 10.5 to play in the period. Here's a rush by the Cats again. Cutting behind the net is Wilpula. He's checked by Brett Smith. Puck loose, sent to the right wing side. Off a stick now, back to Brett Smith. Smith over for teammate Owen Meichenbaum. Meichenbaum on right wing. We'll send it back into the Bobcat zone, and it's cleared right back into the Dayton end of the ring. Midway through the first period, no score. Cats have it. Center point now to the right wing. Here's another shot. Saved by Parks. And parked in front of Parks was Joe Zefiak trying to get a tip on that shot, and luckily he was unable to. Puck tied up behind the Dayton net. Coming away with it is Nick Ventura. Passes over into the right wing. There was a big hit on one of the Bobcat players. That gets a ovation from the Flyer bench. Now here is Umhafer for Dayton. Sends it to the red line. Flyers now will retreat back. It's Rutherford. Rink wide pass. Meichenbaum. Pass up ahead for Jackson Reed. It's off his stick and behind the Bobcat net. Bobcats circling around in their own zone at the other end, and now they start back. Here's a pass stolen by Declan Ployce of Dayton. Gets it to Reed back into the Bobcat zone. There's a centering pass, and they're unable to connect, and Bobcats come back. The shot, and just wide of the net by Ohio's Andy Masteller. And Parks may have gotten the tip of his skate on that one. I'm not sure, but it was wide of the net. Cats have it again. Shot, blocker, pad save by Parks on Andy Scanlon. And now the puck is over the boards and out of play. Let's see who we have. Some messages. Duke Clark says, welcome back, Kent and Jeff. Mutt and Jeff? I don't know. I'm the Mutt part. Thanks, Duke. He says, thanks for all you do bringing us UD hockey. Going to be a great year. Go Sully Clark. Thanks, Duke. Jake Day says, sounds good here, watching while riding out the eastern edge of Helena in southwest Florida tonight. And he says, needed some hockey tonight because of the nerves are frayed down here. Go Flyers. Thanks, Jake, and best of luck to you guys down there. And hopefully you get Miss Helena gets her way out of there and without causing much damage, I hope. Nigel says, that's better, thanks. Hey, thanks, Nigel, for letting us know that. Appreciate it. There was a penalty on the play, and it was on the Flyers, and it was on, what was it? Okay. And that was on Leon Swiatkowski. And there's 1 minute left in Leon's penalty, 6:50 left in the period. And now the puck comes in on Matt Zazon at the other end, and he'll smother it for a face-off. 6:45 to go in period number 1. Certainly a great sign for the Flyers because this is obviously a tough Ohio team, and they're hanging with them. Here come the Cats. They're on a power play chance. Scanlon drops it back to the point. The pass goes awry. It's now chased down by Masteller. Masteller trying to center it, and it's broken up and cleared. Bobcats back to get it. 20 seconds left in the power play for Ohio. 6:13 left in the period. Nothing. Flyers clear the puck again. And here's another rush by the Ohio Bobcats, and it's stolen away by Smith for Reed. Jackson Reed on left wing. And he shoots right on, and Zazon makes the save. Jackson Reed, the leading scorer of the Flyers so far this young season. 3 goals in 2 games. Got a message from O'Neill family, 217. Go Aiden. Aiden Ward from Raleigh, North Carolina. Nice to hear from you tonight. O'Neill family, appreciate it. Boy, a Flyer win tonight would be a big feather in their hat. The Bobcats ice the puck as the penalty to Swiatkowski has expired. 5:43 to go in the first period. And we reset down at the other end. Now another whistle. Play was offside. From the face-off, Sully Clark. Oh, he is stood up and knocked down by one of the Bobcat players. I can't make out the number when they're too far away. The Cats, that is, because they've got like dark green numbers on black uniforms. I just can't. That's a very thin white outline to their numbers, but I can't make them out if they're too far away. There's a shot, and that was taken by Ohio's Brendan Camardisi. And the save is made by Parks. He catches the puck and will hold on to it. Left wing circle face-off, Dayton zone. Hafer has it. He's tied up in the corner. Kicks free to Brian Dolby. Dolby will circle his own net for Dayton. Left wing pass for Constable, and it's off his stick blade and up into the Dayton bench, and that will result in a face-off. Dayton Flyers coached by Tony Morris. Assistant coaches are Chad Morris, Chris Sands, Brendan Moravec. The Ohio Bobcats coached by Jimmy Schwinn, and assistant coaches Zach Hill, Mike Campbell. There's another shot, and they score. The Bobcats put one in from the face-off down here, and they take a 1-0 lead, and it was tipped in by Sal Pogliatti. Or Poggiali, I don't get it right. Sal Poggiali, Poggiali, 5'11", 180 out of New Albany, Ohio, which is near Columbus. And for Sal Poggiali, that is his 5th goal of the season already. And Ohio leads at 1-0. Puck now back in the Dayton zone. Trying to prod it loose was Constable. He clears not out, held in by the Bobcats. And a shot and a backhander save by Parks. And trying to get the rebound for Ohio was Nicholas Josefiak. And he's wrestled away from the top of the crease. Let's see, we got some more messages. William Jones says, go Brett Jones. Thanks, William. Nice to hear from you tonight. Matt Brown says, go Spencer DeLeo. Thank you, Matt. Nice to hear from you this evening. Face off in the Flyer zone right here below us. Puck picked up by Riley Scanlon of Ohio. Shot, save, Parks. That was from a bad angle right along the goal line by Andy Masteller. and Parks is able to smother that. I got I'm gonna plum, says our glorious jerseys trump all. They do have nice jerseys. There's another shot from the draw, and it is up over the glass. And so nice to hear from you. I'm gonna plum, and I'm gonna plum also says I don't know. Netminder didn't seem to be ready for that one. Well, that could be. It's hard to tell. I'm gonna plum. Here's a shot wide. It was right from the goal, from the blue line, so it was well wide. 3.5 to go in the period. It's 1-0. The visiting Ohio Bobcats lead it. Puck down in the Ohio zone at the other end, and there a shot. And the save made by Matt Zazon. It was taken by Owen Meichenbaum. Owen Meichenbaum, 6'1", 210-pounder out of Buffalo, New York. 3:18 to play in the period. We've had one goal, and it was scored by Salvatore Poggiali. I'll just call him Sal. We don't have any announcements or any indication of the assist, so unfortunately I can't get you those. Here's a shot by the Bobcats, is blocked by his own teammate Rengel. Another shot on goal, and the save made by Parks.
Unofficially 4-2.
Ooh. So unofficially, Jeff says the shots are 14-2 in favor of Ohio. As a wise man once said, that it's not 14-2. That's, I want to try to balance that out a little bit. But as we mentioned, this is a darn good squad the Flyers are facing tonight. 2:40 to go in period one. An ex-football player for the Flyers, a shot is blocked wide of the Bobcat net, and the puck comes all the way down to this end. And back to get it for Dayton is the said Brian Dolby. Long right wing pass for Pompina. Over for Reed. Behind the Bobcat net, slides it into the corner, and one of the Bobcats knocked away. Mike Mygon, a shot by the Flyers, is deflected wide. 2 minutes to play in period one. Mygon trying to hold it in. Another shot. And the save made by Zazon. Mygon, rink wide pass for Reed. Shot. And right in front again, another shot on goal, and Matt Zazon is able to hold on to that one. 1:44 to go in the first period. Got a message from Liam McClymans. Hey, he says, hey, Kent, can we get a shout out to Mike Mygon? Heard he keeps a wrench in his bag for good luck. Well, hey, that sounds good. Well, we hope Mike Mygon's wrench gives him some good luck tonight. And Nathan Doherty, I hope I'm saying that right, says, go get him, Tommy Rutherford. Nice to hear from you tonight, Nathan. And then Sebastian Althoff, hey, Seabass, hey, what's going on, man? Seabass, Sebastian Althoff says, a shout out to Tom Rutherford, first team All-American last season. That's great to hear. Thank you, Seabass. Great. I hope you're doing well. Former Flyer player and former Alter High School, or no, I think current Alter High School assistant coach. Alter is a school high school right in Kettering, Ohio, where the Flyers arena is. And then finally, Dylan Cushing says Brett Smith is almost as good at hockey as he is good looking. Okay, well, I don't know about that. I'll take your word on that. Uh, thank you, Dylan. Nice to hear from you tonight as well. Here is my gun. Pass at the center red line is broken up. And now tipped into the Bobcat zone. 1 minute to play in period number 1. Meichenbaum slides the puck to center. It's chipped back into the Flyer zone. Behind his own net now, Meichenbaum, left wing pass. Up ahead for Constable, ahead to Umhafer. It's off his stick down the ice into the Bobcat zone. Behind the net now, half a minute to play in the period. Owen Meichenbaum starts out right up the gut. Right wing pass now for Mygon or for Federico rather. And Federico's shot is over the glass and we'll have a face off. 15 seconds to play in the period. Let's see, we got Tim Mygon. Hey, Tim, what's going on? Thanks, Kent, for always keeping us updated. Go Flyers. Thanks, Tim. Nice to hear from you. Dylan Cushing says Charles Snyder should be starting. Okay. Dylan, I haven't, yeah, Charlie is supposed to be here tonight, so hopefully we'll see him on the ice here. There's a swing and a miss, I think, by Meichenbaum on a shot, and the Bobcats come back, and a shot for them is well wide of the Flyer net, and the buzzer sounds the end of period number 1. So after 1 period of play at the National Trails Parks and Rec Chiller in Springfield, Ohio, the score is the Ohio Bobcats 1 and the Dayton Flyers nothing. And they are going to resurface the ice. And so we will visit while the Zamboni is doing its thing. I got a message here from Jake Day. Hi, Jake, once again. Nice to hear from you. We're through the worst of it down there in Florida with Hurricane Helena. Storms move north, and Panhandle and of Florida and the South are in for a wallop when this thing hits land tonight. Maybe picked the wrong week to vacation down here. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, Jake. Gosh, it sounds like it. Boy, I just hope that everything goes well for you and your family down there with Hurricane Helena. Yeah, we just up here, we just heard that it was going to move over the next couple of days or next day or two up into like the Carolinas and Tennessee and Kentucky. I think the tip or edge of it might hit us with a little bit of rain, but it's not supposed to be, bad weather. But down in Kentucky and Tennessee, I guess it could be, or in the Carolinas. But certainly hope everything goes well for you guys down there, Jake, and that you guys, hopefully this thing will get through and you guys can enjoy the rest of your vacation down there. I got a message from Jillian O'Neill. Jillian says, go Aiden. That's Aiden Ward, number 7 of the Flyers. Matt Brown says, me and my wonderful girlfriend watching from our house. Hello from Alaska. Holy cats almighty. Well, Matt, I tell you what, so we've got folks down in tropical Florida watching, Jake Day and then his family, and then we got folks all the way up in Alaska. Jack Doherty says, Kent, that mustache is no joke. Thank you very much. Uh, Thanks, Jack. I appreciate that. Jake Day says, "Good Lord, we do need the rain back in Dayton. Yes, my yard is almost dead when I left Saturday. Yeah, is all the for our, you folks that aren't from around here. Yeah, we've had in really almost all of Ohio a drought. You know, for this last couple months, it seems like we didn't have hardly any rain at all in September, and not too much, not a whole lot in August either. And so we have had drought conditions here, and everybody's grass is brown and crinkled and everything. We finally have gotten a little bit of rain this past week, and we're supposed to this weekend as well. So finally getting some rain up here, Jake. But yeah, that's right. But yeah, nice to hear from everybody. It's always nice to correspond with you folks as the Flyers play. And again, we're let me uh, let me bring up the Flyers schedule so we can uh, let you know when we'll be back with you. I think it's the 25th of October. Hold on a second, folks. Okay. Okay. I should have done this before the game. Should have copied that in the schedule. Okay, hold on, folks. There we go. Okay. Still stand by. There we go. Okay. All right. So after today, unless um, um, Tony and his staff, I know that Chad, Tony's brother, Chad, his one of his assistant coaches, is trying to work on the schedule also. They unless they can add a date, um, then the next time we're with you is not until Friday, October 25th at 8:30, and that would be from our normal Kettering Ice Arena at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Friday, October 25th, and that's at 8:30, and that would be against the Louisville Cardinals. So that would be, unless they can add a date before then that's supposed to be our next visit with you guys before they. Um, and then the next date after that would be November 16th. So after tonight, we really are only going to have 2 home games over the next 2 months. And then you count the um, uh, Thanksgiving holiday, then it's really almost 2.5 months. And then we've got a home date here on Saturday, December 7th, against Bowling Green. And then one on January 18th, and then the last one on February 8th. So kind of a sparse home schedule this season. And speaking to the coaches before, at least before, speaking to Chad Morris, assistant coach, he said they have been trying to get teams on the schedule, but a lot of teams already have their schedules made out, and it's hard to get teams to come here to Dayton and into Kettering when their schedules are filled up. Now, the coaches did say that they were trying to get a road game scheduled at Florida Gulf Coast, and that's not fixed yet. They're just working on it. They're trying to get one, but Florida Gulf Coast, oddly enough, you would think, what is, hockey in Florida? But just like the Stanley Cup champions are in Florida, well, that Florida Gulf Coast team, they have won multiple national championships in the ACHA over the past 10, 15 years. So now our current national champion is in our own league, Indiana, but Florida Gulf Coast, they've won multiple national championships. So they are a tough customer, but it would be something really neat for the Flyers if they were able to get a road date down there. I asked Chad, what does Florida Gulf Coast not want to come up to Dayton, Ohio in December? Or what's the matter with them? It's the birthplace of aviation. They should want to come and sightsee. No, they don't want to drive up here, but the Flyers might get a date down there. So, hey, we have some more messages. Oh my, what's going on here? There's a conversation going on. Melissa Picano Jones. Hey, Melissa. Hi from Melissa in Louisiana, or Los Angeles. I guess Louisiana. Is it Los Angeles? Melissa, you're going to have to clarify that. Brett Jones is my son. Oh, hey, Melissa. Brett Jones is her son. Wish I could be there. Thank you for recording the game. Well, that's all right. Well, Brett Jones is we've got him from Chicago. So I can't tell then whether that's Louisiana or LA or Los Angeles. You'll have to clarify that for us. Oh, okay. My goodness gracious. We're coast to coast, Jeff. We are. My goodness. Yeah. We're Florida, California, Alaska.
ESPN is on the line for
you. ESPN calling, and they want to pick up this game. They heard that all the points of the compass that we're reaching, and so they want to pick it up. Okay, now what's all this hot dog stuff? Wait a minute. Dylan Cushing says, are they serving hot dogs at the concession stand? Oh, dogs. Oh no. Oh no, Dylan, let's not get into that now. Oh yeah, and Jake says, oh boy, here we go. Yeah, we don't, no comment there. We don't want to get into that stuff. Dylan says, good one, Jeff. T9. Hey, T9. Kent, who's your favorite player on the team? I can't say that. I can't. All of them. All of the players are my favorite. Minus Johnny Yasenik. Dylan Cushing says, Kent, how tall are you? Gosh, I'm only 5'7". I'm just what? Kent is larger than life. Oh my goodness. Titan of a broadcast. Oh my gosh. Dylan says, tuning in from Bangkok. Are you kidding me? No. Okay. Dylan, Jeff, and I think you're being facetious. We think Bangkok. Okay, we don't. You're going to have to. We're not sure about that, Dylan. That's a little far. If it's really true, let us know. But okay, here we are, folks. Back to live action. 10 seconds into the second period, oh, no, not true without pictures. Jeff wants photographic evidence, Dylan, of Bangkok. So, oh, we got a penalty already? This is on the Bobcats. And it's on the goal scorer earlier, Sal Pogiali is in the box. You know what that was for, Jeff? Okay, so Sal is in the box. That's the first penalty on Ohio. It's a shot and a save made by the goalkeeper. Now the goalkeeper is Martin. They've changed goalies, apparently. They've got 4 goalies, so I guess they're trying to get them some work. So Martin is the goalie now for Ohio. There's a shot, and it's blocked and cleared away. So let me get his first name, Martin. .45 seconds left in the Dayton power play. There's a shot, save by Martin, and he'll hold on to it. Martin, 1-0 record, a 164 goals against in the one game, and an 846 save percentage. Trying to get his first name. Hold on a second, folks. Flyers have it. There's a shot. Martin a save. Rebound loose. And now he's able to cover it up. He was down on the seat of his pants. From the face-off in the Bobcat zone, Flyers have it. Here's a shot, and they score. Owen Meichenbaum. Did he get it? I thought I saw it going in the corner down here. Oh no. Okay. Well, I'm so sorry, folks. Not a goal. I am so sorry. It's right down here in front of us, and I thought the puck went in the corner of the net, but apparently it was off of his shoulder or blocker. So no goal, I beg your pardon. Flyers still on a power play for a few seconds. There's a shot blocked in front, and then another tip wide. And that was Connor Constable trying to get a tip on it, so I beg your pardon. Sorry, folks. Now the penalty's killed off. It remains 1-0 Ohio. And a shot at the other end, and the save is made. Okay, the goalkeeper is Austin Martin for Ohio. Austin Martin is 5'11", 165 pounds, out of Pittsburgh. $17:15 left in the second. So Flyers There's got to be a trip on a Bobcat down at the other end. Should be a penalty. And they're going to call it interference, I believe. And a Bobcat player is what number, Jeff? Oh, 44 on UD. I thought a Flyer player got tripped up. Well, I just messed up a goal. I just messed up a penalty. They give it to Dayton's Mark Piketty. Well, a Flyer player down there did get tripped up, but maybe the interference was before that. Martin out of his own net for the Bobcats, trying to hand it off to teammate Ethan Tamborski. Tamborski passes up ahead to center. Now into the Dayton zone. Ohio in the dark uniforms leads at 1-0. Bobcats have it. A shot. Parks the save. He kicks it out with a big leg pad. Okay, Penn's Cup 412. So that's still Zazon in the net, not Martin. But he's wearing uniform number 31, which on their roster is Martin. So Penn's Cup 412, is he just wearing the wrong, or the wrong jersey? Is he just wearing Martin's? Now we've got a delayed penalty on Dayton. So let me know, Penn's Cup. Is he just wearing Martin's jersey? Because on the Ohio U website, number 31 is supposed to be Austin Martin. And he's got uniform number 31 on. So let me know, Penn's Cup, because I don't know. You know better than I do if you know these Bobcat players. So a check behind the back, and we'll get the number because they'll put it on the scoreboard. That's not good because is that a 5-minute? Oh, it's on Ohio. Okay, I thought it was on Dayton. So it's 21 on the Bobcats, who is Tyson Feldman. Tyson Feldman out of Pittsburgh. Penn's Cup says, no, it's not Austin. It's still Z in the net. You have numbers mixed up. Okay, well, that could be. Okay. All right. Well, thanks. So it is Zazon. And there was a Dayton penalty. It was on Dayton's 21, which is Owen Meichenbaum. So did both 21s go in? Okay. Well, we thought that the penalty was on Dayton, and it turns out it was. They just
Or the camera and the sound.
yeah. T9 says usually at moments like these, they throw in veteran rookie Matt Brown, best penalty killer of the Midwest. Okay. All right. So here come the Flyers. Short-handed shot and a pad save by Zazon as he is able to keep Spencer DeLeo's shot out of the net. Another shot at the other end at the Dayton net, and it's deflected wide. So I don't know what's going on. They still have the Ohio. Well, there's 5 Bobcats on the ice, so they can't have a penalty. And now we'll have a face-off. Oh, Penn's Cup 412 says, yes, jerseys were switched. Yeah, because, I got the numbers this afternoon off the Bobcat website said 30 was Zazon, 31 Martin. But yeah, Penn's Cup 412 says yes, their jerseys have been switched. So thanks for updating us that, Penn's Cup 412. Boy, there was a big attempt at a hit by a Flyer player at the other end, but he kind of hit the boards himself. That was Brett Smith. Puck is cleared away. Here come the Bobcats on a power play chance. Sal Poggiali over the line into the Dayton zone. It's dropped into the corner. Flyers trying to clear. They're unable to. Bobcats hold it in. 14-10 left in the period. You got 17 seconds left in the Ohio power play. They lead at 1-0. Pass at the center point. Jackson Reed trying to break it up. It's dumped into the right wing corner. Penalty's been killed off by the Flyers. So we are back at full strength, both teams, and then there's a whistle at the other end. I think the puck popped over the glass. And we got a message from T9. Hey, T9. I haven't spoken to him since he moved up north with his super serious girlfriend. Heard he's having a kid soon as well. Congrats, Matt Brown. Okay, thank you. Thanks, T9, and congrats to Matt Brown. Another penalty on the Flyers, and this was on Brian Dolby. Did you see what the penalty was, Jeff? That is a 2-minute minor, so again, the Bobcats on a power play chance. Flyers have the puck in the Ohio zone. Jackson Reed pinned to the boards in the corner by 3 Bobcats. And now coming away with it for Ohio is Andy Masteller. Drops it off on the left wing into the Dayton zone behind the net. 13 minutes left to go in the second. Flyers coming back shorthanded. Here they are. Shot. And that's a blocker pad save parried off to the corner by Zazon. Loose puck at the side of the Bobcat net. Picked up by Ethan Tamborski. Tamborski out of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh not too far away from Athens, Ohio, so there are a handful of Pittsburghers who are on this Ohio University team. 54 seconds left in the Dolby penalty for Dayton. 12:35 to play in the second period. Ohio leads at 1-0 on a goal by Sal Poggiali, Poggiali, out of New Albany, Ohio. Tom Rutherford for Dayton. Drops the puck behind him and it's stolen away by Tamborski of Ohio. Passes on the left wing to center to Masteller. Into the Dayton zone, cuts behind the net. Lost the puck behind him, now drops it back to the right point. Puck flipped in front by Poggiali, and Tavian Parks will grab that one. 26 seconds left in the Bobcat power play. They have a one-man advantage on a minor penalty to Dayton's Brian Dolby. Puck dropped in the Dayton zone. Puck flipped in front by Xander Danner. Flyers steal it away, and back they come. Short-handed, there's a drop pass intended for Rutherford, stolen by Poggiali of Ohio into the Dayton zone. He's ridden down to the ice, now gets back up and trying to shovel it in front, and his shovel shot backhand is wide, and now we've got a whistle. Penalty's been killed off. 11:38 to go in the second period. Bobcats leading at 1-0. They are the road team tonight, even though this is technically a neutral site. This National Trails Parks and Rec Chiller, which is administered by the Columbus Blue Jackets, the National Hockey League team. They run these chiller rinks. There's 3 or 4 of them around the state. Puck dropped, a shot. Pad save Parks. Rebound to the corner. 11.5 to play in the second. Bobcats in the dark uniforms lead at 1-0. On a goal by Sal Pogliali. There's a shot from the right point for the Bobcats. It's blocked. Puck ricochets to the corner. Puck held in again at the right point. Another shot kicked out by Parks. Again, the rebound to the right wing corner. Now it's passed along to the left side. Tied up along the boards by a handful of players from both teams. Puck loose at the Dayton blue line. Flyers need to get the puck down on this end of the rink. They drop it behind the Bobcat net. It's picked up for Ohio by Vince Rengel. Rengel, right wing, into the Dayton zone at the other end. Centers for a tip. Broken up to the corner. 10.5 to play in the period. Whistle. And what do we have at this time? And we're going to have a face-off at neutral ice. And from the draw, the puck kicks into the Dayton zone at the other end of the rink. Kent Jacobs, along with our producer-engineer Jeff Duford from the National Trail Parks Chiller in Springfield. The Bobcat players goes down along the end boards behind the Dayton net, and there's some angst going on down there. Play whistled down, and we may have infractions. Let's see what's going on. Looks like a Dayton player is escorted to the penalty box. And I didn't see a roughing penalty. Roughing on a Dayton Flyer, and we'll get the number. It is Leon Swiatkowski. So that's the second penalty of the game on Leon. It's a roughing minor, as one of the Bobcat players was shoved into the boards at the other end. But they're also putting up a penalty on... Yeah, correction. The penalty for Dayton was not on Swiatkowski. It was on Connor Constable. The penalty on Ohio was on Brendan Camardisi. If the scoreboard is right, and the referee just told them the penalty, so I assume it's right. We've got a whistle and an icing violation. We'll take the puck all the way down at the Dayton end. So, Constable in for Dayton and Camardisi for Ohio, number 20. I was told he wasn't going to play, but it's either him or somebody's using his uniform. Here come the Flyers into the Bobcat zone, working 1-on-3. And there's going to be a penalty on the Bobcats. And Owen Meichenbaum, or check it, it's Brian Dolby pointing to Bobcat Sal Poggiali, saying he hooked him, and he did. It is a hooking minor on Sal Poggiali. So the Flyers will have a power play chance. We'll be 4-on-3 with Camardisi of Ohio and Constable for Dayton in the box already for another minute 11. And now it's Poggiali for the Bobcats in the box. Face off in the Ohio zone for the Flyers. Swiatkowski trying to dig the puck loose. Flyers need to keep the puck down in this end, but it's flipped up over the boards by Oliver McLeod of Ohio. Face-off will be on the Bobcat side of center. Flyers get the draw, and here they come. 4-on-3. Big chance for the Flyers to try to tie it up. Circling around is Brett Smith. Smith drops it off. It came off his stick, and the Bobcats are able to clear the zone. Spencer DeLeo dumps it back in. Out of the net, Zazon sends it up the boards, but it's intercepted by Brett Smith. Pulls the trigger, and it's deflected wide from the traffic in front of the net and cleared away. The dual penalties have been killed off, so it'll be 5-on-4. Puck slid behind the Bobcat net by Meichenbaum of Dayton. Drops it back to the point. Shot. Oh, and a tip on it. Good chance by Rutherford. His tip was wide, however. Rutherford gets it back. Drops it back to the point. Back to Rutherford, right wing circle. Tommy Rutherford drops it back to the blue line. Flyers on a power play. Shot is off a stick and up over the glass, and we'll have a face-off. 21 seconds remain in the Dayton power play. Jake Day says that hook was obvious. Yeah, it certainly was. And thank goodness it was called. The Flyers still have a power play, 21 seconds. They need to get on the board to tie this game up. Bobcats are able to clear the puck down the ice on the face-off. Back to get it, Declan Ployce. He tangles up with a Bobcat player. And the Bobcats are able to clear it all the way back down the ice. That was Tyler Walker out of Hermitage, Tennessee, playing hockey in Athens, Ohio. How about that? Zazon slips it off into the corner, and the clearing pass attempt is off a stick and over the glass, and we'll have a face-off. Penalty's been killed off. So we have not had any special teams goals in this game. We're just having the one goal by Ohio. That was an even strength goal. Flyers have definitely had opportunities. I believe they're 0 for 3 or 0 for 4 on the power play tonight. Puck passes right in front of the Ohio goal crease. Now it's cleared, but not out. Flyers hold it in momentarily, and now it's carried out and dumped right back in. Flyers had a chance at it. It was Connor Constable, but before he takes a whack at the puck, it's whistled down, and apparently an icing, I guess, and the face-off taken all the way down into the Dayton zone with 6:22 to play in the second period. Here come the Flyers back into the Bobcat zone. Centering pass, and it's off a stick right into the goal crease area. Covered by Zazon. Matt Zazon, and he'll hold on to it. 6:10 to play in the second. Face off in the Ohio zone. Bobcats win the draw. Picking up the puck is Vince Rengel. Rengel headmans it to the right wing. Pass broken up. Loose puck now all the way down behind the Dayton net at the other end of the rink. Bobcats hold it in. Shot! And it's wide. Flyers trying to get it out of their own end. It's flipped back in by the Bobcats. Again, Flyers in the white sweaters. The Bobcats in their black sweaters with green numbers, which makes it hard for poor old Kent's 58-year-old eyes to see the numbers. 5:15 to go in the second. You got black uniforms, you'd think you'd have white numbers. But some graphics person thought, hey, it really looked sharp to have the green numbers. But they aren't trying to call the game. That's the thing. If they were trying to call the game, they would give them white numbers on the black uniforms. 4:40 to go in the second. Play continues. The team's kind of volleying the puck around back and forth. Bobcats have it. Now here is Tamborski trying to pass it to neutral ice, and that pass broken up. They fight for it near the Dayton blue line. Several players from both teams. There's a centering pass and a tip in front toward the Flyer net, and Tavian Parks is able to slide across the crease on one knee and stop that puck. He'll hold on to it. What are your shots unofficially, Jeff? What are your shots unofficially? So 23-11 so far for Ohio, leading in shots unofficially. 4 minutes to play in the second. It's been Sal Poggiali. Early in this second period, and that's all the scoring. He is for the Bobcats. Here is Tamborski for Ohio, being checked for the Flyers by Alex Pompina. Puck kicks to center, and it's shot into the Dayton zone, but offside on the Bobcats. Face off at center. 3:26 to go in the second.
I think they're about even on shots this period. I think it's about 7 each.
Yeah, Jeff points out that they are pretty even in this period on shots. So the Flyers have played a better period, even though they have fallen behind by a goal. Dylan Cushing, this game blows. Can you put on Thursday Night Football? Dylan, no. We were hoping ESPN would pick up this game and dump the football game. 3 minutes to play in the second. Play has bogged down, Dylan. Hey, it has kind of bogged down in this second period. Oh yeah, Giants and Cowboys. That doesn't sound too good either. Okay. Centering pass by the Flyers. Nobody home now. Aiden Ward picks it up. He tries to sweep it toward the net, but it comes free to center ice. Bobcats have it. Centering past the other end, and it's tipped wide. 2:15 to play in the second. Flyers come back. Meichenbaum into the Bobcat zone, ridden into the boards. Puck stolen away. Bobcat Nick Capuzzi picks it up. Capuzzi is checked that. That was Filizzetti, I beg your pardon. Quentin Filizzetti out of Avon Lake, Ohio. Under 2 minutes to play in the period. Shot at the other end. Pad save. Parks. Bobcats still have it. Shot. And Parks has that one, and he'll hold on to it. 1:40 to go in the second. Wally Z says, block Dylan. That he should put on the Ocho. Hey, Jeff.
Yes.
My phone is about ready to conk out, so can I look at your phone for messages once in a while?
It just has to stay here because
Right.
this is the best signal in
Okay.
this little spot here.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, and Jake Day says Amazon subjecting us to Cowboys Giants violates the Geneva Convention, I'm pretty sure. Okay. All right, folks. So 1:24 to go in the second. From the face-off, puck in the Bobcat zone. Trying to scoop it up for the Cats is Riley Scanlon. He's checked. Flyers get it back. A shot. Spencer Dewey. They steal the puck as the Bobcats tried to clear it. Shot the puck toward the net. It pinballed around right in front of goalkeeper Zazon. And Spencer DeLeo is able to whack it in and tie the game at 1 apiece. Spencer DeLeo, how about that? Spencer, 5'8", 150-pound senior out of Buffalo, New York. And we are all tied up at 1. How about that, folks? Under a minute to play in the second period. And now a rush toward the Dayton net, and Parks has to cover the puck, and there's a congregation of players hanging on there. 52 seconds left in period 2. Well, how about that, folks? Big game for the Flyers as far as their Tri-State Collegiate Hockey League season. Because obviously the Bobcats are going to be one of the favorites along with Miami. And you would think Indiana, although the Bobcats swept Indiana at the beginning of the season, a weekend series. So, and Miami's always there, so you figure Michigan might be. And these Bobcats. So the Flyers could knock off the Bobcats, and we've got a whistle at the other end of the rink. It would be certainly a big deal. Puck out of play. We'll have a face-off in the right wing circle of the Dayton zone at the other end of the rink with 21 seconds to go in period number 2. And the Flyers and Bobcats knotted up at 1 from the draw. Whistle. Just 3 seconds after the drop of the puck. What's happening now? Did we get a penalty? Appears we do. It looks like for Dayton it's going to be Brian Dolby. And I think a Bobcat went in too. Is that right? Yeah, there's talking. Tank Wilkinson is okay. I don't know what he's gesturing there. Wait, and we'll get the penalty on the board is Dolby of Dayton. So we'll see. I don't know if there was one against Ohio. How many Bobcats do we have out there? Looks like we've just got 4. Yeah, and there's the penalty on Ohio posted. Nick Ventura. So coincidental minor penalties, Dolby of Dayton, Ventura of Ohio. 12 seconds to play in the period. Puck carried back into the Bobcat zone. Shot is off a skate and over the glass. Shot taken by Connor Constable of Dayton. Connor Constable, 5'7", 155 junior out of Long Island, New York. Likes to go surfing and skiing. 6 seconds to play in the second. Face off deep in the Bobcat zone from the draw. Puck is lost by the Flyers. Here come the Bobcats. They've got a shot. And Park's down. And he's got it. And the period comes to a close. So the Bobcats dangerously almost able to score at the end of the second period. But Tavian Parks sprawls across the crease to cover it up. And the score after 2 periods of play is Dayton 1 and Ohio 1. Oh, you got a charging cord?
You can use the charger, and I'll get the camera on.
Oh, thanks.
Ready?
Jeff is the quintessential engineer. My phone was about ready to conk out because I didn't have it charged well enough. And he's got an extra cord, and he's got me charging, so I'll be able to communicate with you folks here in a minute. How about that? Let me try to get going. Android. Every time I hear that, I think there's some robot walking around. Well, how about that, folks? 1-1. Flyers come back and tie it up. Spencer DeLeo. He was Johnny on the spot. He was parked on the weak side of the goal mouth. And the puck came in and it pinballed around several players right there, right in front of the Ohio goal. And Spencer, it kicked over to him and he was ready, stick on the ice, ready. And he whacked it in. So we were all tied up. The goal by Ohio came from Sal Poggiali. And so we're all knotted up at 1 apiece. The Zamboni is resurfacing the ice. I'll be back with you folks here in a minute. Wait, hold on. So we have a thriller. Should be a very exciting third period coming up. There we go. As for Sal Poggiali. That was already his 5th goal of the young season. Now, they've played 4 games already. The Flyers, because of the cancellations of the Niagara games last weekend, have only played 2. The Flyer leading scorer so far is Jackson Reed. Jackson with 3 goals already in just 2 games. Hold on, folks. There we go. Okay, let's see what messages we've got, folks. Please stand by. Jeff, we need to get one of those. Yeah, it's right. It's ready. I got it. Yeah, I got it. Live. Here we go. Flyers at Ohio. Here we go. Okay, I'm all set. I say we need one of those old those old screens whenever there was on TV when he's like, please stand by. What was that weird there was like circles and lines and all kind of weird. I don't even know where they what that was. But I don't know. Okay, here we go. Slow mode is on.
That's for you, Ken.
That's I need it slow. I need it slow. Okay, let's catch up on our messages now, folks. Let's see. We left off at this game blows. So we'll pick it up from there. um, let's see. Let's see. Jake Day said that it should be Cowboys Giants against the Geneva Convention. Hey, Wally Z says, let's go Niner, number 9, Spencer DeLeo. Yeah, how about that? Play 9 ball. Yeah, Spencer, Niner Woods. Niner Woo, says Matt Brown. Hey, Matt. Luke Risco says, hello. Hello, Luke Risco. Nice to hear from you tonight. Good game. It is. Luke, nice to hear from you.
Earlier, before the game blows,
Yeah.
Jack had written that any thoughts on the Caps' chances at the Cup this season. So that's what the next one is answering.
Oh. Luke Risco says, do you remember me from the Orange Beaver Creek game? Olentangy Orange? Is that right? Luke, is that Olentangy Orange?
So, yeah, I think so.
I probably would if I saw you, Luke. The name doesn't ring a bell. But maybe if I saw you, I would remember you. I'm sorry. Let's see. Nick Zaline, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Nick says a shout out to number 3. And is that for Ohio? Because there's a Owen Toole on Ohio number 3. I don't have a number 3 on the Flyers unless my roster's not. Oh, yes. Luke says, yeah, Olentangy Orange. Yeah. I remember Olentangy Orange, and I probably, if I saw you, Luke, I'd probably remember you. I'm afraid I'm old. I'm an old, broken-down guy, and I don't remember. I can't remember, what I had for breakfast, like they say. Luke says, I waved to the camera after that game, if you remember. If not, it's all right. Okay. Yeah, Luke. Um, I can't remember, tell you honestly. But then again, like I say, I can't remember. I can't remember anything. But it's awfully nice to hear from you, and we appreciate you watching tonight. And I just remember that the Beavers had some really good battles with all the Olentangy teams. So yeah. Nick Zaline, I hope I pronounced that right, says number 3 on Dayton. I don't have a number 3 on Dayton. Who is it, Nick? Who is it? I don't have a number 3 on the roster. And I checked the roster with the coach, not Coach Tony, but um, um, Coach Chad before the game. And he gave me that Brian Dolby was 31 and Swiatkowski was 20, and those were the changes he had. But who is that, Nick? If you would type in who that player is, and that way I'll know. Luke Risco says, hey, it's all good. I have the clip of it. I wish I could send it to you. Well, I appreciate that, Luke. That's very nice of you to join us tonight and let us know that. I appreciate that. And yeah, the Beavers had great games against all the Olentangy teams. Oh, Johnny Yasenik. Well, Johnny Yasenik is supposed to be number 13. So he's number 13 on my roster. So did he? That's T9. Did he change uniforms? T9? Because sometimes these guys, if they forget their uniform or they switch one or they say one doesn't fit, so they get another one. I don't know, but yeah, we've got. It's mess. It is. And the guy scoring down here, and they said he didn't score, and I said he scored. I thought that puck popped into the corner of the net, but yeah. So okay, so we got a message from Nick saying his nickname is J Money. Okay, Johnny Yasenik, J Money. Okay, thanks, Nick, and well, thanks, T9. So T9, if you know Johnny, and did he switch uniforms or had to use a different one maybe or something? But we have him as number 13. But I appreciate you letting me know that, because I will make a note of that. Okay. All right, the Bobcats are back on the ice. In a 1-1 game, I tell you what, folks, Spencer DeLeo has really shot a big pile of adrenaline into this game after scoring that game-tying goal, because we even talked about it, that the game was kind of bogging down, and boy, that goal by Spencer really picks things up. There is a pair of coincidental minor penalties active right now, heading into period 3. Brian Dolby of Dayton and Nick Ventura of Ohio. Nick Ventura hails from Murrells Inlet, South Carolina. And he's number 11 on the Ohio roster. Number 12 is a Nick Mazdanotti, and he is from Simi Valley, California. I was thinking about trying to hunt him down before the game and ask him how a guy from Simi Valley, California winds up in Athens, Ohio, playing club hockey, but I didn't get to see him. Hey, Emily Sinker, I think I'm saying that right, Emily Sinker. Tell Jay Money I said hi, and that's a message probably over to Nick Zaline. So I'll try to remember that. So Johnny Yasenik is Jay Money. I'll make a note of that, so we'll refer to him as that as the season goes on. A minute left in the 2 penalties. So we're 4 on 4. We're 45 seconds into the 3rd period. Here come the Bobcats trying to regain the lead. They dump it along the boards, and the Flyers clear it right back out. And that's an icing violation because the teams are at even strength. You're not allowed to ice the puck. 47 seconds left in the 2 penalties. 4 on 4, which is if I was inventing the game right now, I would want it 4 on 4. Too many 5 on 5, I think, is a couple of guys too many. Kind of clogs things up. But that's just me. For the Flyers, Leon Swiatkowski ridden into the boards, but not before he dumps the puck out of the Dayton zone, and it carries all the way down beyond the Bobcat net, and that is an icing violation. We'll bring it right back. I got a message from Nick Zaline, number 13, fight other week was gnarly. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, against Xavier, that was a great fight. Great fight. Fantastic. I'm with you there, Nick. T9 says, wish Matt Brown. Oh, at the other end, there's a big pileup. Holy cow, behind the net. Nothing called down there. Now back come the Bobcats. A shot saved by Parks off the stick of Owen Toole. Another shot. They score! Off the trapping mitt of Tavian Parks. Nick Ventura. And the Bobcats regain the lead now at 2-1. Nick Ventura, we just mentioned him, 6'2", 188-pounder, Murals Inlet, South Carolina. For Nick Ventura, his 2nd goal of the season. 2 minutes into the 3rd period. And T9 says, Matt Brown, wish Matt Brown came back from Alaska. And Jack Doherty says, can you call Mike Mygon the wrench? Was he Mr. Good Wrench? Emily Sinker says, Jackson Reed is J. Oh, Jackson Reed is J Money. Okay, I'm glad you pointed that out. Okay, so I've got that wrong. Thank you very much, Emily, for pointing that out. So another shot right from the face-off in the Dayton zone. Parks the save. Wally Z says, fun fact about Jackson Reed. He got his ears pierced in 8th grade. How about that? Two and a half minutes into the 3rd period, there's a big hit along the right wing boards, puck down into the Bobcat zone. 2-1, Ohio the lead. Puck comes, or actually the net was knocked loose in the Ohio end of the rink, and we'll have a face-off. So it has been Pogali and Ventura for Ohio, DeLeo for Dayton. Boy, that shot from, now we've got another whistle as one of the Bobcat players go sliding down the ice like he's sliding in the second base. And we've got a penalty coming up on Dayton. I think a hold on Mike Mygon. The wrench. Or an interference. Interference penalty on Mike Mygon. So a power play for the Bobcats, leading it 2-1. Cleared to the Dayton line. It's dumped right back down the ice by Brian Doby. Brian has logged a lot of minutes tonight so far. Former football player. Coach Moore said he should add some physicality to the lineup. Aiden Ward for Dayton has it taken away now. For the Bobcats, it's McLeod that tried to hold it in. There's a shot right on, a save made by Parks as Bobcat player Nicholas Josefiak. His job must be to try to get a drive-by goal, I call them, when somebody cuts right in front of the net when they see a shot coming to try to tip it. Josefiak has really been positioning himself in front of the Dayton net all evening. Bobcats have it. They have a one-man advantage, leading at 1-0. Shot! And they score! From the left point, a whistling wrist shot. And it looks like, what number is that, Jeff? Leading the line, is that 26? Yeah, it's so hard to tell with those dad blame dark numbers. Oh, 24. Okay, I thought 26. Okay, Bowditch, Peyton Bowditch, out of Crown Point, Indiana, gives the Bobcats a 3-1 lead for Peyton Bowditch, 6'2", 190-pounder. Botich, and for Mr. Bowditch, that is his first goal his first goal of the season. He has 3 assists. That's his first goal. So, and that is a power play goal. And now a 3-1 Bobcat lead. Flyers need to tighten things up and definitely need to get back on the board. Jake Day says the interference threw a wrench into things. That's right. It did. Power play goal for those Bobcats. Leading it now 3-1 as they try to move to 5-0 on the season. If they can, what a start by the Ohio University ACHA squad. Flyers coming in undefeated as well, 2-0 after a weekend sweep of Xavier a couple of weeks ago. Their games against Niagara University last weekend canceled due to transportation problems for the Niagara team coming from upstate New York down to southwest Ohio. Didn't happen. Swiatkowski takes the draw for Dayton, but Bobcats have it. Got another penalty on the Flyers and a shot. Pad save by Parks. Penalty is on Pompina of Dayton. So another power play for the Bobcats. Leading it 3-1 already. A minute and a half left in the one-man advantage for Ohio. Wally Z says Niagara was scared. Here's Jackson Reed the other way, short-handed, trying to make something happen. But back come the Bobcats right at us. Behind the net is Josefiak. Drops it off. Intended for Poggiali. He's checked. Josefiak just back to the point. Shot. Kick save. Rebound. And they score. Power play goal number 2 of the period for the Bobcats. And this time it is Mr. Josefiak. We mentioned him, or no, Poggiali. I beg your pardon. Poggiali, number 16. Gets the rebound and gets his second goal of the game. And another power play goal. And for Poggiali now, that is 6 goals on the season. He takes over the team lead from Nick Josefiak, who had 4 coming in. They both had 4. Flyers shot by Declan Ployce is blocked. And now at the other end, we've got a tussle along the right wing boards. Looks like Meichenbaum of Dayton. And that's broken up quickly by the referee squad of Wilkinson, Schreiner, and Dickstein. Sounds like a law practice. When are we going to have infractions? Connor Constable? Okay, I thought it was Meichenbaum. It looks like it's Constable instead. Not 21, but 25. So, was that a roughing? So, roughing on Constable of Dayton. And it's Connor's second penalty of the game. Mr. Constable out of Long Island, New York. From the face-off in the Dayton zone, Bobcats power play again. They've got a chance, a shot, and it's a blocker pad save by Tavian Parks as it deflects up over the glass into the netting. And we'll have a face-off. Referee Dickstein looking to try to reposition a couple of the players around the face-off circle. Tommy Rutherford will take the draw for Dayton. And now he's being tossed out of the face-off circle as Masteller. Bobcats win the draw. Right point looking to her screen shot, and it tips up over the crossbar. Bobcats still have it. They have a power play for another minute 29. Puck back to the blue line. Moving in, shot, kick save, rebound is fanned on by Bobcat Scanlon. Bobcats still have it. There's a shot, tip in front, and they score on a tip in front. And it looks like Bowditch again, number 24. That's who looked like was leading the handshake line. Which we don't have public address here to hear, like who announced who got the goal. That's the third power play goal of the period, and the Bobcats now have what would seem to be an insurmountable 5-1 lead. Jack Doherty says, see what happens when you rest Sean Tucker and Charlie Snyder. You'll have to talk to Coach Morris about that, Jack. I don't know. I didn't speak to Tony, but I spoke to his brother Chad, who's an assistant coach, before the game, and he just gave me a couple of uniform number updates. Didn't mention about scratches. I should have asked him about that, but here's Rutherford's shot, and the save is made down there by Zazon. 11:58 to go in the third period. Bobcats have opened things up now with 3 power play goals unanswered, and it's 5-1. They've scored 4 in the period, 3 of them power play goals. Face off down at the other end of the rink. Flyers need to pop a couple of pucks into the basket pretty quickly. There's a Bobcat player centering the puck. It's off the side of the cage, picked up for the Flyers by Brett Smith. Circles around a couple of checks. Stick handling well. He gets around 3 Bobcats like they were traffic cones, and he'll dump it down the ice and head off on a line change. Loose puck. Flyers pick it up. Piketty. Mark Piketty. He's checked into the board, still trying to shovel it forward. He does. Into the Ohio zone. Bobcats back to get it. 11 minutes to play. Here come the Ohio Bobcats. Trying to cut behind the net. Centering. Shot. Save. Rebound. Save. Another rebound off to the corner. It rings around off the dasher boards in the corner behind the net. Picking it up for Ohio, Masteller. Andy Masteller. Shot. And off the tip of the glove of Parks. And now Parks knocked down, and there's a shoving match in front of the Dayton net. Swiatkowski and Bowditch. Bowditch and Swiatkowski shoving each other around, and they knock Tavian Parks down. And Parks will reposition the net that was knocked loose, and now referee Ty the Tank Wilkinson will escort Mr. Bowditch to the penalty box. So Peyton Bowditch, who scored, we believe, a couple of times in this period, now is going to head off on a penalty. So power play for the Flyers. Jake says you do not mess with the Tyndall. Let's have it. Let them have it, boys. Shot at the other end. They wrestle for it in front of the Ohio net. Here's a blast by Meichenbaum is blocked. A hammering wrist shot from the left point, but blocked and cleared. Tavian Parks out of his net for Dayton to set it up for teammate Owen Meichenbaum. Meichenbaum gets around a couple of checks, crossing center ice to left wing. He shoots and whistles one wide of the Bobcat goal. Meichenbaum going coast to coast trying to score. Here he is again. He drops it off to the right wing. Puck behind the Bobcat net. Flyers on a power play for another minute Puck is cleared. Tavian Parks out of his net. Behind the cage, we'll set it up again now for Brian Dolby, number 31. Dolby, check from behind, almost a trip. It's cleared once again. Brett Smith, number 26, drops it off for Ward. Rink wide pass, Jackson Reed, and it's broken up. Now Reed gets it back. Jackson Reed, number 14, Reed R-E-A-D, slides it into the Bobcat zone behind the net. One of the Flyers is wrestled down to the ice back there. And the puck is cleared once again. Flyers have not gotten really a good scoring opportunity on this power play. Now the puck short-handed, trying to be stolen away by Pogiali. But he is ambushed by 3 Flyers, and back comes Tom Rutherford. 5 seconds left in the power play. Rutherford, give and go Ward. Ward is hammered into the boards on the right wing. Aiden is back on his feet, but man alive, he took a big hit. And penalty killed off. And puck is covered up by Zazon. So let's see who we got talking here. Chris Geyer. Hi, Chris. I know Mike Mygon. And we don't talk about voting. Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to talk about politics up here. You guys can, but I'm not going to announce it, you know. Here is Piketty. Mark Piketty in his own zone for Dayton. Trying to get the puck over rink wide. It's stolen. Bobcats shot. Save Parks. Rebound kicks over into the corner. Picked up again for the Bobcats by Riley Scanlon. But puck intercepted and cleared away. 7.5 to go in the period, in the game. 5-1 Bobcats. Here comes Ohio. Nice move, a shot, and a save by Tavian Parks. Boy, what a nice move that was. I'm trying to get the number of the Bobcat player that made that slick move, but I can't see him. Here's Mark Piketty. He has it poke checked away. Flyers trying to hold or get the puck out of their own end, and now they do. Under 7 minutes to go. Dylan Cushing is being naughty. Carmen, chat clip that. Okay, I don't know. I'm lost now in this conversation. I don't know what's going on. At any rate, 6.5 to go, even. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying the game. I mean, it's tough. This third period's been a tough one. But I think Coach Morris is going to point to the penalties. There was a chance for the Bobcats. Cutting around was Danner, trying to center it, and it's broken up. Number 13, Holden Wilpula, was tied up in front of the net. Flyers need to get the puck at the other end of the rink. Here's Dolby. Dolby passes ahead for Ployce, but it's intercepted. Here come the Bobcats. Another rush, centering pass, and a tip is just wide. Parks slid across the crease to try to make sure that didn't go in. Well, I think this is a talented Dayton team. I really do. I think we're seeing the Bobcats just like they took care of the Indiana Hoosiers. Shot at the other end, Parks the stop. I mean, they beat Indiana 4-3 and 7-3 at Indiana. I don't know how many players are left from Indiana's national championship team of last year, but they're sure there's some. That is quite a feat by these Bobcats. Now, they're not facing the tough home crowd the Flyers usually have at Kettering Ice Arena, which is usually a raucous crowd. There's just a sparse gathering of a few folks up here tonight. Of course, it's hard for University of Dayton students to get all the way here to Springfield. That's a half-hour trip, or 20 minutes, I guess. But half hour for me. Some of the students probably drive a lot faster than I do. Here's a shot. Parks the save. Puck in and out of the trapping mitt. Puck still in play. It's picked up by Alex Pompina over to Brett Smith. Brett Smith is tripped and goes down. And there's got no penalty? Okay. Well, I thought there should have been. Shouldn't there have been a trip there, Jeff? Puck dug out by Brendan Camerdisi and centered right in front of the Dayton crease, and it's tipped away over to Spencer DeLeo. He starts out for the Flyers. Give and go Jesenik. Jesenik dumps it into the corner on the left wing in the Ohio zone. 4:10 to go. Cleared into the Dayton end. No icing. Puck picked up by Mark Pichetti, number 44. Long pass at center, trying to hit. Looks like Umhafer at the other end. Colin Umhafer. Play continues. We've got 3:40 to go, and now there's a whistle. As the puck was tied up along the boards at the Dayton blue line, it may have popped out of play over the boards, and we'll have a face-off. Let's see, what do we got here? Dayton student section at Kettering is top tier. You got it, Jake. Absolutely hostile environment. You're right. That's why I lament there's so few games at the ice arena this year. Just a handful of them, like 6 or 7, I think, and that's it. There's a big hit by the Flyers. Mark Pichetti, a shot, pad save or stick save for Parks. A couple of players. It was Bowditch of Ohio and Constable of Dayton that were shoving each other around a little bit. Now a Flyer player goes down. 3 minutes to play. For the Dayton Flyers, Mike Mygon. They're calling him the Wrench. I don't know if he likes that nickname or not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to try to find out. But puck is tipped out of play. We'll have a face-off. See other messages, folks. Flyers going to regroup and be back strong. Lots of talent on their squad. I agree. Ohio U very solid. You're right, Duke. AJ says, does anyone want to do a TikTok later with the double? I don't have any idea what you're talking about. Bobby says, should have been a trip. They missed a boarding penalty earlier. Yeah, you're right. You're exactly right on that play a little while ago, Bobby. Yeah, I mean, a clear trip. I don't know how 3 referees missed that, but let's see. Dylan says, I'd prefer a chicken bake. AJ says, all right, moderator, ban this guy. Jake says, thinking the student section might be in the chat tonight instead, sending raunchy messages. Jake, you might be right about them. Dylan, nobody is being raunchy. Dylan says nobody's being raunchy. TB says, I was thinking the same thing. When I was younger, a younger fellow, this would never happen. All right, T9, thank you. Thank you, everybody. There's a shot. And the save made by Tavian Parks. He'll smother the puck at the top of his crease. Well, it's been a lively chat tonight, everybody. I appreciate everybody watching. We've had a good viewership tonight, right? We've had good viewership tonight. And whether you're a Flyer fan, there might be a few Bobcat fans out there as well. We'd like to hear from you as well. .210 to go. Mike Mygon flips it high, not out. However, now it's bumped free by Tom Rutherford. Rutherford trying to get a shot at the other end. And he's checked. And puck is tied up. And what do we have here, guys? 1:57 to play. Do we have a penalty? I think we do. So an interference minor, I think, on Ohio. Yeah, on Xander Danner. Xander, of course, Xander. Xander Danner, 6 foot, 175 out of Milan, Ohio. Milan. If it were in Italy, it would be Milan, but in Ohio, it's Milan. There's a whole slew of town and city names that are named after great big cities in Ohio that are mispronounced. Like Toledo is supposed to be Toledo because it's from Spain. I mean, there's a whole bunch of them if I sat and thought about it. 1:25 to go. Flyers on a power play chance. Trying to get things a little closer. Trailing at 5-1. Long shot from center. Stick save Parks. Rebound to Owen Meichenbaum of Dayton. Owen slides the puck head manning on left wing to Dolby. He's ridden into the boards, and the puck is cleared. Under a minute to play. Brett Smith, number 26. To Jackson Reed. We haven't heard from Jackson tonight. The Bobcats have contained him very well this evening. Nice move by Brett Smith. Man, Brett Smith, he gets the stick handling award tonight. He has really been slick out there. Number 26 of the Flyers. Puck comes in on Zazon, and he'll hold on to it. 27 seconds to play. Ban these guys. AJ, I don't know. Don't have to keep blah, 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 buddy. Okay. All right, guys. 20 seconds to go. Shot. Pad save. Zazon. And I think Jackson Reed took that shot. Puck held in by Constable. 5 seconds to go. Brett Smith a shot. Pad save. And the buzzer sounds the end of the game. So we had a thriller coming into the third period. Right at the end of the second period, Spencer DeLeo tied the game up with a goal right down here in the net beneath us here. And we went into the third period all knotted up at one apiece and thought, hey, maybe the Flyers can steal what would have been a really big win. But they give up a goal to Ventura and then 3 back-to-back power play goals. Bowditch with 2 of them, Pogiali with 1. And so they outscore the Flyers 4-0 in the third period and come away with a 5-1 victory. What were your shots? So Jeff's unofficial shots favor the Bobcats 41 to 19, 41 to 19. So anytime you're outshot on a 2-to-1 ratio, things are going to be tough. So, but Flyers really a good game for 2 periods, and then the penalties racked up in the third, and the Bobcats get 3 power play goals in the third period. So we don't have assists. So, and we're unofficial on the goal scorers. Sometimes, I have to just kind of, if I don't see exactly who got a tip or who got a shot, I have to go by who leads the handshake line, because that's usually the goal scorer. So some of this is guesswork. As far as the goal scorers goes, for Ohio University, 2 by Sal Pogali. And Sal, 5'11", 180-pounder out of New Albany, Ohio. Sal Pogali. I had a player, Quentin Filizetti, I spoke to before the game, said his name is Pogetti, but then a coach told me it was hard G, Pogetti. So I don't know. I hope I'm saying it right. Or Poggiali, I beg your pardon, I'm saying the wrong, Poggiali instead of Poggiali, so I hope they said that right. So, but Sal got 2 goals tonight, and Nick Ventura, 6'2", 188-pounder, a Murals Inlet, South Carolina. He scored in the third, and Peyton Bowditch, Peyton spelled Peyton, Peyton Bowditch, 6'2", 190-pounder out of Crown Point, Indiana. He scored, and for the Bobcats, Poggiali, his 2 goals give him 6 on the season. Nick Ventura scored his second, and for Peyton Bowditch, those were his first 2 of the season. Spencer DeLeo scored for the Flyers. And for Spencer, let me see. The Flyers have been unable to post their stats on the ACHA website. Tony sent me a copy of the score sheets, but I can't bring them up right now. So I'm not sure. Spencer, that might be his first of the season, but I'm not sure. But Spencer DeLeo, out 5'8", 150-pounder, senior out of Buffalo, New York. Spencer had a big goal right down here in front of us. He was parked at the side of the net. He got a rebound and he jammed one in. And that was a thriller because that tied the game up right near the end of the second period, 1 apiece. But then came the onslaught of the Bobcats in the third period. 4 goals, 3 of them power play goals. I'm sure Coach Morris not excited about that. He might talk to the fellows maybe about the penalties. Let me get some of our messages here, folks. Bobby Galuska. Hi, Bobby. Hope you're still hanging in with us. I went back to Ohio, but my family was gone. Good night, all. Good night, Bobby. Bobby might already be gone. Good night, Bobby, says T9. And good night to you. Hey, it's like the Waltons. Good night, Bobby. Good night, TJ9 or T9. Let's see. Dave Reed. Hey, Dave, what's going on? Thanks for the broadcast, Kent. You're quite welcome, Dave. We look forward to seeing you at the rink on the next game. Nigel Gunn. Hey, Nigel. Nice to hear from you tonight. Kent, try. Oh, yeah, you're right. Here we go. Rushy, Versailles, and Bell Fountain. Rush is, of course, supposed to be Russia. Did they intentionally mispronounce that during the Cold War or something?
Sure.
Yeah. Hey, why didn't they just rename the city instead of this dumb Rushi? Yeah, Nigel, if you're not in this area, like Nigel says here, try Russia. It's not Russia, Ohio. They pronounce it Rushi. And we assume it did during the Cold War, but why not just rename the city instead of mispronouncing it so weird? I don't know. But at any rate, and of course, Versailles, France, as they pronounce it here, Versailles. And here's the humdinger, Belle Fountain. That's how they pronounce it here. If you're from out of town, it's that's beautiful fountain is how it's a yeah, it's a French word, compound word. Beautiful fountain is Belle Fountain, but they pronounce it uh, not Bellefontaine like it should be, like you see it here, Bellefontaine. Bellefontaine is beautiful fountain, but here they decide to split the word. They pronounce the French word belle, and then fontaine, they say fountain. So it's kind of like half French, half English word. Yeah, you're right. And there's a lot more of them. There's all kind of names that are mispronounced here in Ohio. Duke Clark says, appreciate you guys. Thanks, Jeff. Hey, thanks to Jeff. Duke says, thanks, Jeff. He is our engineer. He gets us on the air. If it weren't for Jeff, I'd just be up here babbling by myself and they would escort me out of the arena.
Secure.
They would ask me to leave. Jake Day says, tough loss, but it kept my mind off the storm. Yeah, JK, we're thinking about you, buddy. We hope you guys are okay down there with Helena. Hopefully she'll get out of town and not cause you guys too much trouble. He says we're okay down here. Thanks for the stream, guys. Thank you, Jake, and thanks everybody for participating in the chat. It's always a blast speaking to you folks. Gosh, we had folks tonight from Alaska, California, Florida, South Carolina.
You talk about tonight.
What?
Rick James.
Rick James. No, don't go there. No, that's just Beaver Creek. We're not going to get into that. So, but thanks again, everybody. Yeah, so we've been all points of the compass here tonight. So, oh, even Bangkok. But no, we don't think it's Bangkok. He never did send a picture. No picture. So, one night in Bangkok and the tough guys tumble. Is that right? Okay. Yeah. So, all right. Well, we'll shut things down, folks. We appreciate everybody joining us. Tough loss tonight for the Flyers. But we'll be back with you December 25th. Or no, October 25th. We'll be with you on December 25th. We'll be visiting you at Yuletide. We'll be visiting. No, October 25th, folks. At 8:30. So October 25th. That's a Friday night, I believe. Friday night, October 25th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time against the Louisville Cardinals that night. So, again, thanks to everybody on the chat. I appreciate it. And have a good next few weeks. And we'll see you on October 25th. Until then, speaking for engineer producer Jeff Dufour, this is Kent Jacobs again reminding you the final score: the Ohio Bobcats 5 and the Dayton Flyers 1. Until next time, good night, everybody.